Recently, Jesse came to my house. We played a bunch of over-the-board chess. We had some snacks, had some drinks. We recorded a bunch of games. I think we recorded 10 games, and those are coming out on the YouTube channel. So you get to watch us playing OTB with the little 2D board superimposed above it. That'll be quite a bit of fun. But prior to recording, we played 2 games. This is the very first game we played. And Jesse and I tried to kind of recreate it from memory. So Jesse's playing the white pieces. I'm playing black. Jesse played d4, going with his kind of Christoph Stilecki repertoire from Chessable. And I decided to kind of match his strategy, and I went with a Grunfeld defense. And this is called the closed Grunfeld. So it's very solid. I'm just guarding the center, c6, d5. White has a very slight advantage with the advanced pawn on c4 compared to the backward pawn on c6. So typical kind of closed Grunfeld. You can see the eval bar here. Very slight edge for white. So, 2 friends just playing chess, very first game, kind of warming up lightly, right? Jesse plays b3, knight e4, bishop b2. This is all pretty standard. And I think somewhere around this point, I probably messed up the move order slightly. I believe in the game, Jesse got an e4 break-in more quickly than what I'm showing here, but this was like the only way I could really make it work to get to the critical position. So knight d7, Jesse plays rook e1, kind of eyeing this e4 break. And this was something during the game, when he did get his e4 break in, I wasn't prepared for it. So knight f6, knight e5, rook c8, knight takes, bishop takes, rook c1, takes, knight e8. So this is where my memory is a bit shaky. I wasn't sure the exact move order, but the idea is, in the game, I thought I could play bishop takes knight, pawn takes back. Jesse would have these double pawns, and I could play for this imbalance, knight against bishop, with the pawns for white being on dark squares, hopefully, especially this pawn on e5, and Jesse did play c5 eventually. So I thought, okay, bishop on b2, dark square pawns for white. If my knight can get planted on e6, that'll be a really nice knight versus bishop imbalance. So Jesse plays e4. I took on c4 and took the knight. So move order is a little bit shaky here, but don't worry too much about that part. Pawn takes back. Somewhere around here I brought the queen out and Jesse defended. And then I had this idea to play knight to e6. And around this point, Jesse hit me with this queen c3 idea. And I thought, oh no, here comes pawn to e6. This is not going to be pretty. And I don't recall at this point, maybe my knight was still on e8, I'm not really sure. But eventually the knight was on c7. And the way I wanted to blockade this, or the way I blockaded in the game, was I played pawn to e6. Now what happens after pawn to e6 is Jesse's able to quickly jump on the d file, and I underappreciated this during the game. So he played rook d1. I tried to challenge, and again, I'm not sure about the move order. I feel like he probably kicked me a little earlier with c5 than what we're showing here. So now I thought, okay, threatening to win the exchange, and then Jesse plays rook e to d1. And I'm looking at this after rook e to d1, and I don't know what to do. I cannot take the rook because pawn takes back, hitting my queen, and there's a mate threat. And queen here is also mate. So I'm like, okay, I can't take the rook. That's all right. Maybe it's not a big deal. Maybe I can create some sort of counterplay on the queen side. I still like the position long term if Jesse ever plays rook takes d8. So I didn't really appreciate how good Jesse's position was. And you can see here the eval bar is already pretty high. After the game, I thought maybe I should have played knight to g7. But in the game, I played pawn to b5. Thinking, okay, maybe Jesse will take en passant. I can take back and get a little play on the queen side. Now pause the video here and try to find the move that Jesse played in the game. As soon as he played this move, I was instantly lost. So pause the video, see if you can find the move. And Jesse considers this his Immortal game. So hopefully I'm not botching the PGN. If I am, we will tweak the PGN and that'll be in the description below. But see if you can find the move that Jesse played in the game. All right, we're going to show the move now. Queen to d4. This is an instant resign. I don't even remember what I played in the game, but this is instant resign for me. This is completely lost. The game is over. Jesse just crushed me in this game. And if you look at the chart of the game, it was essentially just him building, and then final blow with a tactic. Jesse just blew me off the board. So really fun game, really cool attack by Jesse. And I think even this line that we were looking at afterwards, let me show the analysis here. This line we were looking at afterwards with knight to g7, I thought, oh, maybe this would keep me in the game. But really it doesn't. Bishop to c1 can be played, and the problem is I can really never take here. And we looked at this idea too, like maybe white can just reroute the bishop, reroute the queen, and really black can never take, because after e takes, there's going to be all these same threats on the dark squares, whether it's bishop back to b2, bishop out to h6. Black can never get away with taking. So let's say pawn to b6, bishop g5. Here Stockfish is saying best move is rook takes, pawn takes, queen d7. But now after e5, white is really dominating this position. It's a +6 eval. So this is completely winning, and I'm going to show multiple lines. Yeah, e5 isn't even necessary. Like queen f6 is a good move here, and maybe this is a little easier to understand even. Let's just say pawn takes. There's now queen e7. Queen takes, bishop takes, and this pawn is rushing up the board. So what a game by Jesse. This was just a nice opening by him. Got a small edge, played well, grabbed the center. I tried to go for an imbalance and play for the win there, but Jesse used the more important imbalance, the open D file, and the other important imbalance, the diagonal against my exposed king, and just completely crushed me. So congrats, Jesse. Very good game. This was the very first game we played. He could have just said, hey, I'm done for the night. Got to go home. Got to do the dishes. But no, we played some more chess after this, so those games will be coming soon. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this game, if you like Jesse's play, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the description, how well do you think Jesse played? How well do you think I played? I mean, I was really impressed by this game. I told Jesse I can't wait to see him in the OTB event that we have coming up. I'm really excited to see what his USCF rating goes to. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Give it a thumbs up. And we'll see you in the next video. More of these OTB games with Jesse coming soon, but you'll actually get to see us playing live in the video.